What's up, guys? It's Coach Reed Hall here. Although I'm no longer a volleyball athlete, I'm a full-time performance strength conditioning coach for volleyball athletes. I still train as if I'm a volleyball player, just because I love the sport so much. I want to show you my workout today and give you some theory on the reasons why I do what I do. So the first thing you're going to notice, these workouts are a little bit lower intensity because I have to work out at home. We don't have these big heavy weights to be using. So you're going to notice that I do all these exercise barefoot or in my sock. Now this is really important for strengthening the muscles in our foot and also ankles. The problem with volleyball is you're stuck in a shoe and often an ankle brace. And what this causes is your feet and your ankles to be extremely weak. Okay, so in a second, I'm going to go over the exercise of the actual workout, but you need to understand there's two buckets I fill up when I work out. I fill up the performance bucket and I fill up the injury prevention bucket. And if you don't focus on both of those buckets, then your workout's not that great. Okay, so in a second, I'm going to take you through the actual workout. Okay, so at this point where I'm about to start the workout right here. Okay, so here, before I actually do the intensive part of my workout, I do 5 activation exercises and I rotate through them twice. Now, these activation exercises are extremely important. So I'm trying to get the muscles that don't fire or are tighter on my body to be working well before I do anything too intensive. Okay, and this is also kind of that injury prevention part. So the first thing I'm going to do is foot and ankle supination. So the first 3 exercises are ankle drills. So all I'm doing is rotating those feet out. The next one I'm going to do toe walks. So I'm walking up as high as I can on my toe, getting full range of motion. My calves are contracting hard. And then next I'm going to do heel walks. For these 3 exercises, you don't actually need a band. You can do this just body weight. So I'm going to go through them here again. So the supination, just rotating out. You're going to find the muscles on the outside of your foot and your ankle working hard. These toe walks, just get up as high as you possibly can on your toes. And then these heel walks, your feet are going to be up nice and high and rotated out. After you do these 3 exercises, you're going to find the muscles in your foot and your ankle will be like, oh man, those muscles are working hard. The 4th activation exercise are lateral slider. Now you need to use a ground in your sock where your foot actually slides. So as I slide my foot back, I sit back and I squeeze and pull back. So when I slide out and I pull back, I'm using my left groin and my left glute. So slide, squeeze, and pull. My last activation exercise, a 1-leg hip raise. Now I'm just going to squeeze and hold this position. I'm going to feel my glutes, my hamstrings, my core, the muscles that align my spine, all working well. So I'm just going to squeeze and hold this for 15 seconds. So I would go through 2 rounds of those 5 exercises. And so before I did these 5 activation exercises, I did like a general warm up with my, I went outside, did a little jogging, a little dynamic stretching, but then I did my 5 activation exercise, which you just saw. I would do 2 rounds. Now I'm actually getting into my workout. So this first exercise, a rear foot elevated split squat. So you're going to control your way down, squeeze and drive through. So this is a more advanced lunging variation. If you're newer to a lunging, I'd recommend you doing a split squat from the ground, which you see here. But for both variations, you want to control the way down and keep your foot balanced on the ground. The next exercise, I have a 1-arm row. So all these exercises that you're seeing me perform right now are set up as a circuit. So I'll perform one exercise after the other. So in this circuit, we got 6 exercises that we'll cycle through. So you're going to perform the 1-arm row. Feel like you're pulling that elbow back towards your hip pocket. If you don't have access to a dumbbell, you can also perform this exercise with a band. My next exercise, now this is a technically difficult exercise, so show you 2 levels. The more advanced level, I'll start with a dumbbell in my hand and I'll squeeze and I drive through. I keep everything connected. I keep my hips aligned and I squeeze and I come back. Now, for a lot of you, you want to try and do this with your body weight first before progressing the exercise, and just make sure your movement quality is really sound. The next exercise that we're going to move on to is push-up variation. So I'm going to show you tougher to easier. So I'm doing foot elevated Spider-Man push-ups. I'm keeping my glutes contracted. As I come down to my push-up, I drive my knee towards my elbow. To make this easier, bring your feet to the ground, which is still going to be tough. You're going to notice your abs and your core is working like crazy when you do this one. So if you want to regress it further, just go to a regular push-up. And the next push-up variation, the one that's even less intensive than this, I would elevate my hands on something. So you simply could probably elevate your hands on the stairs. So the higher you elevate your hands, the easier the push-up will be. The thing is, when doing push-ups, you want to make sure you find the variation that challenges you. It's easy to do variations that's too challenging for you and you're performing with bad technical quality. The fifth exercise is a one leg hip abduction. So I'm going to stay stable on that one foot, and I'm going to show that again. I'm going to come back. So I'm going to be stable on one foot, and I'm just going to abduct. So move that hip out laterally. You're going to feel both glutes working hard. The last exercise in this series is a hammer curl shoulder press. So I'm going to curl and then drive straight up. I elevate my feet a little bit, the reason why I elevate my feet for this one, I'll try and get back here. The reason why I elevate my feet is I keep my weight through that elevated foot. It stops me from leaning back and getting in bad posture into my back. Anyways, guys, so you have those, once again, you got those 5 activation exercise that you'll cycle through first, right? You'll make 2 rounds of those 5 activation exercise, and then you got that 6 exercise series. I did 5 rounds of those 6 exercise. I rest about 10 seconds between exercise, and then I rest for about 2 minutes between rounds. So I give myself enough rest time. I can tell you when I was done this workout, I was dripping in sweat. It was a tough workout. Now, I'm not saying this is necessarily the workout that you should be doing. This is what I'm doing, and I want you to understand some of the reasons why I do what I do, right? Anyways, guys, once again, it's Coach Reed Hall here. I'm going to be coming back with you with more volleyball training content soon. You know, my main goal is to help educate more people on how to train to be a high-performance volleyball athlete. Now, if you could do me a favor and please share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and guys, I'll catch you later in the next video.